Hey everyone, my name is Zoran Sahir and I'm joined by one of the finest actors in the Indian film industry, Manoj Bajpayee. Thank you so much for joining us on Urban Asian.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, pleasure's all mine and wish you all the very best for your upcoming film on Z5 Global, Sirf Ek Bandaa Kaafi Hai. It's a fantastic trailer. I'm super excited. I'm sure all the audiences are super excited as well. And I think your breadth of work speaks for itself. Let's start with why this film, because it is a very, very enticing role, a very, very hard gripping role. And I think it is a true story based on true events. Tell me a little bit about why you chose this film.
Okay. Why I chose, see, when I'm approaching a character, when I'm offered a script or a character, I always look at it as an actor, not as an activist. Okay, because this is what I do. I'm not a full-time activist at all. Um, so for me, I found it a, quite a rare, a dramatic story. And I felt that if I do it quite realistically in this mainstream format that they are offering it to me, it will not only be challenging, but also somewhere let the people realize that in even in mainstream we can have content, and we can be very very truthful to the character and it still make him look like a hero. Okay, because in what happens in mainstream film that you act in a certain way, you write it in a certain way, but here is a story which is about a common man, who
Yeah.
is a lawyer, and he does things very realistically without him realizing that he is the hero of this story, and he's achieving something which is going to be which is going to set a precedent for the entire society to follow on. uh, these are things that I found quite attractive about the script.
Manoj, when you kind of choose a film, and I think it speaks about the volume of work you've done over the years, whether it's Gangs of Wasseypur, whether it's Satya, even that short role in Veer Zara was such an impactful role. I think, even though it was a love story, but, your presence makes a film something else. In a film like this, with working with a different star cast on an OTT platform, was it kind of a different approach to the character as against a big stream film on in the cinema? Because now it's
No,
obviously.
no, no. No, really not. Actor's job is to act in a film, or in the common thing in all the format is the camera. Okay,
Sure.
so I have to just I have to realize that in cinema, or even in on streaming platform, uh, or if I'm shooting for satellite, if I'm playing a character, my job is to really focus on the character and not focus on the medium of it. Really, the medium really doesn't matter to me. For me, it really matters how I'm dealing with the character and the graph of it, the consistency,
Yeah.
and am I being truthful to the realism part of it? All of that.
Right.
I personally don't really think where this film is going to go. It is going to go in theater, it's going to go on a streaming platform. Uh, so these are the things that I don't think any actor should be really worried about.
Sure. In the last 3, 4 years, all of us have been affected by the pandemic, with things becoming on, digitally. And as you rightly mentioned, on platforms like Z5 Global, like Netflix and Amazon. What is your take on some of the new age content that's coming about? Because nowadays, with streaming platforms coming about, there are far hard hitting, subjects coming about. As an actor who's so versatile like you and who's been in the film industry for a very long time, what's your approach to that?
I didn't understand. Can you come again?
Your approach towards the changing of genres in the film industry with online digital platforms coming in. They're far more real
You
stories.
see, I have been doing the same kind of stuff. If you see
Right.
my career, my filmography, my approach has been the same.
Sure.
And it is the streaming platforms, the emergence of streaming platforms have made my journey far more, easier. I
Yeah.
would say. Now my films are or my works are looked forward to by the streaming platforms. The
Yeah.
producers are able to sell it to any one of them. Okay, there are takers of my work. There are people who I can reach out to, and as many people as possible. Now, like Z5 Global has a huge, massive spread in USA and Canada. So, the reach of it, the reach of the streaming platform itself gives me a lot of strength, when I'm doing my work. So it has made my life easy. Earlier, it was very difficult to
Yeah.
make that one film, to find the finance, to find the exhibitors in theater. But now, since there are many mediums, it makes an actor's job far more easier.
Sure, sure. Manoj, now I think with the kind of work you've done, and I think you are a method actor, you were in acting school, and I think you're a trained actor. How much of method acting actually comes in place for a role like this in the film you're doing currently?
The method is always there. I
Yeah,
try to change the method every time I'm dealing with a new character. It
sure.
never remains the same. It's just that I have a massive experience of performance. Uh, I've done 10 years of theater. Then I have been into this industry, for 29, 30 years. So I make it. I keep adapting, myself. I keep, improvising with my own method to make it far more interesting, and
Sure.
also to find a way to achieve all the elements of the character.
Yep.
Okay,
True.
so it's something that you have to keep inventing, reinventing all the time. And I'm quite fascinated with this craft called acting. Okay,
Yep.
so that fascination with it helps me in in uh, in creating new things, finding new ways to approach all my characters.
Sorry, Manoj, with the wealth of work you've done, what kind of inspires you to wake up every single day to approach a role? After doing so many films, what inspires you
It's
even?
always she's always that role. It's a very good question. Uh, I always I make sure that I choose something which is very difficult. I make sure that I choose something which is far, far more exciting,
Sure.
that uh, you know, uh, it will become a reason for me to wake up early and finish my routine and be excited enough to go to the set. So everything that I try to do, there's a conscious effort when I'm choosing my roles.
Sure. Well, wish you all the very best for this film. Excited to watch it. May you continue to inspire us, entertain us for as many years as possible. And thank you so much for joining me on
Thank you,
UrbanAsian.
Zara.